You, it's your boy Mark Dub, and today is a tough day. Not as tough as it used to be, but it is a tough day. Today marks 40 years. Damn. 40 years today I found my father dead. April Fool's Day, right? Unfortunately, it wasn't a joke. I found him dead when I was 5 years old. And here I am, 45. A lot of pain, a lot of grief, huge resentments. I just left my in-person home group, the Greenwich Men's Group. And today, on Wednesdays, we have a speaker meeting. The speaker today, Chris, was fire. Every time he speaks, I absorb what he says. And Brother Louis led, new quarter, new people. And I raised my hand. I said, thank you for the chair, you chairing. Thank you for your speaking. Identify, I have a half brother and a half sister, the huge age gap between us. And, I shared in the room that today was the day that I found my father dead. And, my mother didn't lie to me. She just didn't tell me the full truth. And I get it. She was trying to protect me. My father died of a lethal injection. Heroin and cocaine, quaaludes, and alcohol, which produced a grand mal seizure, which he, according to my mom, he had, and then he swallowed his tongue and died. But that's neither here nor there. I said what I had to say, and then I went around the room and I thanked everybody in the room, because truly, if it wasn't for that room and the other rooms, online Zoom, but this room in general, because I need an in-person meeting. I need to feel the energy of my brothers. I need to have contact, physical contact with people. I love Zoom, don't get me wrong, but I love more being in a room. It's like, for me, it's like a text message, You can't really feel emotion in a text message. You can put exclamation points, you can try, but you feel when someone's speaking. And I need help, and I get help from these guys. Today is going to be a challenging day, but it's already starting off better than every other year prior to. I get so fucked up. Go down to the cemetery, pour out half a bottle and drink the other half, smoke a whole bunch of blunts, and just be mad. So mad that God took my father from me when I was 5. And every day I had to hear kids say, April Fools, your dad is dead and God doesn't make mistakes. You bastard. Yeah, the definition of bastard, fatherless child, right? So the difference now is, back then my father would have been turning in his grave. Today, I believe he's looking down at me with a huge smile on his face, seeing that I'm doing the work and I'm taking the actions. The topic of the meeting today was working the steps. I say this not to brag. I say this because this is who I am. In 9 months, I've gone through the steps 4 times. I'm in the Stratford Men's Step Study Group for the 2nd time, and we're working step 4 this week. God's got a funny way of putting these things in my life right when it needs to happen. So I give it up to my higher power, which I choose to call God. And I know He's got a bigger, brighter plan for me. So today I'm going to give it to God. I'm on my way to go see my PTSD therapist today. I know I'm going to cry. I already know it. I know the feelings there. I know I'm going to be emotional. I know. But I also know that I don't ever have to feel like I did when I was drinking and drugging, and I choose not to put that drink to my lips. And boy, man, I snitched at midnight earlier too. When I was at work, I had to jump on and just first in the parking lot and then in my share, These are all new feelings to me, first feelings for me. being sober, this guy must have something going on in his life, maybe a death. So I got distracted, cut off 4 people. Maybe he's in a rush, maybe found his mother's dying, I don't know. That stuff used to bother me, but it doesn't bother me no more. I don't have road rage anymore. I just pray that he doesn't cause an accident, you know. But anyway, I get sidetracked. Yeah, so I'm going to see my therapist. I'm going to go down to the grave, and I'm going to have a talk with my father and God, you know. Say my piece. Say what my plans are for today. I also had a spiritual experience, awakening, change in perspective last night. Because, you know, I've been saying feelings aren't facts. Well, some of them are, you know. Some feelings can be. Others, you know, they're not. They're just feelings. They drift away. Good feelings, bad feelings, mixed emotions. I'm having a lot of mixed emotions today, but I won't drink. I won't drug. I got the fear that if I do, I don't have another one in me. I think I will die. I don't know relapse in this program. I don't. It's my first time doing it. But I know relapse on my own word and saying I'm going to stop trying to do it with sheer willpower, right? Sheer willpower. I don't know. I'm just rambling on right now. I feel it. You know, got a lot of things going on between here and here, between the ears, right? That's where my disease hangs out. People tell me, oh, your disease is doing push-ups in the parking lot. I wish. My disease is doing push-ups right here. It's getting stronger every day. It's waiting for its opportunity. Couple that with my ego, you got a mean, wicked tag team that only God can handle. You're the handicap match of the century. My ego, my pride and ego, and my disease versus God. You know who I'm betting on. Betting on my higher power. So yeah, I'm gonna head over to PTSD therapy, talk about my father today, how I am today compared to how I used to be. Open up my fear of needles. You know, that stems from my father and my mother, both of them. It reminds me of that acronym family. Father and mother, I love you. I do. Love you both. Love myself. Love my higher power. Love my kids. Love everybody. Working on loving everybody, I should say. My higher power loves everybody, so if he can, I can. I can't, he can, so I'll let him. Right? Working on not taking back my will. I work these steps every day. I do. Yeah. But then I'm gonna go down to the grave. Probably hit my knees again. Reiterate my amends one last time with anything I left off. And I'll call my sponsor. Being of service to others is vital. You know, it gets me out of my own head. So that's positive of these videos. You know, helps me get out of my own head. Yeah, pain is real and grief is real, and just like feelings, some feelings are real. You know, if I did my kid wrong for 40 years, he's gonna have a resentment, and that feeling is gonna be a real feeling towards me. I'm blessed, you know. He's seen me intoxicated, and he won't have to as long as I continue to work these steps. Back to the topic of today's meeting, working the steps. You know, I'm gonna have a life beyond my imagination if I keep working the steps and staying sober. And that doesn't mean every day is gonna be peachy and easy, that's for damn sure. But as long as I don't drink and drug, I've had a great day. So I break it down to little things. Anyway, I don't want to go on too long today, just how I'm feeling. It's my daily check-in for today. Some pain and grief. This is my story. You know, I'll end with this before I end with my favorite line. Life deals us cards, and we have to play the game with the hand we're dealt. long as I played with honesty, rigorous honesty, and I tried to do the right thing, things get better. So, if nobody told you this today, let me be the first one to tell you. I love you. I care for you. Because the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous taught me how to love and care for myself. And that truly is a blessing. So remember, you're loved, and I care about you. When you think it's getting bad, there's people that do care, and I'm one of them. All right, with that being said, you have a blessed day. Hold your head up. You know, as long as you don't drink or drug, it's a good day. All right, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.